Here, there's your stew, and there's some butter and some syrup. Is there anything else you want?
Just some company.
I was 13 years old when I first met Clint. I didn't have an audition per se. We just sat and talked. We talked about my school and what I liked and horses and baseball, and we got on great and talked a little bit about the movie, and then that was it. The simplest audition I've ever had. The next thing I knew, we were filming in Idaho. I had only heard of Clint. I had never seen any of his films. I did know of him as Dirty Harry and that iconic line, "Go ahead, make my day." So I was a little scared to meet him.
You scared of him, Hope?
Well, he should be, but he's too all-fired stubborn.
He cut quite a figure. He was a real movie star. I suppose my impression prior to meeting him was of meeting somebody who is maybe that icy tough kind of guy, and he's a big softy.
Hope I'm not the cause of all this excitement.
The amazing thing about Clint's directorial style is that he puts together such a great team and informs them so well before you step on set that everyone knows what's expected of them and is performing at their highest level. So once he stepped on set, it was all there for him. The first time I actually saw him on set was when he walked into the makeup trailer and just said good morning to everyone and basically reminded them, don't put makeup on anyone.
The vote you took the other night showed courage. Only by standing together, you're going to be able to beat the LaHoods of the world. No matter what happens tomorrow, don't you forget that.
The interesting thing about Clint as an actor is that you have absolutely no sense that he's acting. It's seamless. Because of his understanding of the role that he's playing, his commitment to it, he's just so fully there all the time. There's never a false moment. It's just truth. It's just 100% being, whatever that moment requires.
God damn.
Then add the layer with Clint that he's also directing at the same time. He's seeing it all and knowing what's working and what's not, and still being able to do it in only 1 or 2 takes. He just really has that ability to change one hat for the other, literally. It's just magic, truly magic.
Hello, can I borrow the mare?
Hey, Saddler?
I already did.
I grew up riding horses, so it was a dream job for me. If I could do nothing but Westerns for the rest of my life, I'd be a happy, happy girl. The one thing I hadn't ever done was drive a buckboard. And I don't know how many people at the age of 13 had possibly driven a 2-horse team buckboard. We rehearsed it once at kind of like a lively trot. And then we went back to the mark, which was like a 1/4 mile down the road because of getting the whole town in the shot. When we got the call for action, we were at a gallop, and it was quite something. I've always said that riding a horse is a great skill, and driving a buckboard has actually been the other thing that I've used the most in films. So you just never know where you're going to pick up the skills you need.
I prayed for a miracle.
Well, maybe someday you'll get that miracle.
It was the day you arrived.
The age gap between Megan and the preacher is definitely something that has to be sensitively addressed.
I think I love you.
She wants to express her feelings of love towards him. I think the scene works so well because of the way Clint handled it in his acting.
You wouldn't want to spend your future on a man like me.
Why not?
That's just the way it is.
It was pretty masterful. It was a little awkward. I don't think I'd played many scenes like that. declarations of love.
Someday a young man's gonna come along, the right man. Then none of this will matter anymore.
I didn't feel uncomfortable in any way. It was so well handled. There was no feeling other than this is a meaningful scene and let's get it right. And so we did, probably in about 2 takes. We started filming in September of my 8th grade year. So I had to go to set school. I had a tutor, and I was required to do 3 hours of school a day, every day, whether I was working or not. I'd do math and English and geography. Whenever they were ready for me on set, they would just call and I'd put down my pencil and I'd go and I'd work for a little while. But I always wanted to finish whatever, just so that I could be on set. I just wanted to see what was being shot. I wanted to see the stunts. That's just the environment that I love. It's so interesting now, 40 years later, to be thinking about what I learned as a 13-year-old on the set.
Can we go to town? Can we please?
There were certainly lessons in acting, and there were lessons of just how you become an adult.
I'm not leaving until the hoodsmen are whipped, every last one of them.
A grown-up, a professional. It's really funny. Today, as I'm sitting here, what I'm really thinking about is respect. What was amazing is just the commitment and the self-respect that everyone had to do their best. And that literally came from the top.
We all love you, preacher! I love you!
That was because Clint said, you all are here because you're the best and you're who we need. I'm really grateful to have seen that so early in my life, to have learned that as a person, not just as an actor.